Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to be going over all of bosses in Fortnite, so let's get into the video. Okay, so we're going to start off with TNTina. Now TNTina was one of the easier bosses to kill in Chapter 2, Season 2. So, as you see, TNTina is already dead. She was definitely one of the weaker bosses, so we finish her off, and she has the Rig keycard and the TNTina boom bow. Okay, next off Sky. So Sky is another one of the other easier bosses to kill. So she drops the Shark keycard, and also she does drop the Sky's assault rifle Scar, and also the Sky's grappler there, which is really good. And then moving on to Midas. Midas was the main boss of Chapter 2 Season 2. He drops the Mythic Drum Gun and the Agency Keycard. Meowscles was at the yacht, and he had the Meowscles Piao Piao rifle and the yacht keycard. So, and then we move on to Brutus now. So Brutus, he was at the grotto. He actually did have the Grotto keycard and the Brutus's minigun. It's a mythic minigun. Moving on to Deadpool. So, Deadpool, he had the Deadpool's dual pistols and also the yacht keycard, and he was at the yacht. Shadow Meowscles. So, Shadow Meowscles was at Catty Corner. He had the Piao Piao and the yacht keycard. And then we're moving on to Season 3, Jules, and Jules was one of the easier ones. She had Drum Gun, Grappler, and the Authority keycard. Moving on to Kit. So, Kit had the Catty Corner keycard, Shockwave launcher, and the Charge shotgun. Ocean had the Burst assault rifle, the Ocean's Bottomless Chug Jug, which was really good, and also the Fortilla keycard, which, yeah. Moving on to Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom had the Doctor Doom keycard, the Doctor Doom arcane gauntlets, and also the Doctor Doom mythic bomb. And then Iron Man had the repulsors, the unibeam, and the keycard, which was really good there. Wolverine was probably one of the hardest bosses ever to kill, as he could revive himself. Yeah, as you see, eliminating Wolverine, you had to really quickly finish him, otherwise he would revive himself. He had Wolverine's claws. Number 14 is Shadow Midas. So, Shadow Midas was just Midas, dead Midas basically. He was at the ruins, and he dropped Shadow Midas's drum gun there. Right, moving on to Season 5, we had the Mandalorian at number 15. He dropped the jetpack and the Ambient sniper rifle, which was actually really good. Number 16 is the Predator. The Predator could literally turn invisible, and he had the Predator's cloaking device. Moving on to Ruckus. Ruckus wasn't really a mythic boss, but he was a boss. As you see, Ruckus is easy to kill. He had a gold heavy and a purple rocket launcher. Then the Spire Assassin. So, we didn't include the little guards at the Spire towers, but we did include the Spire Assassin in this video. So, we have the Spire Assassin, and she dropped the Primal Shotgun. Right down there, mythic primal shotgun, which, yeah, it was a good shotgun, kind of a spray shotgun. Anyway, Raz took over the Spire, and he had the Raz's explosive bow right there. Number 20 is Dr. Sloan. Dr. Sloan had many abilities. She could make herself go into 3 different people. Anyway, Dr. Sloan had the Pulse rifle in Chapter 2 Season 7, which was really good. And then 21 is Zig and Choppy. He had the Zig and Choppy's ray gun right there, which was a really good mythic. Then we've got, for 22, we got Dr. Sloan again. So Dr. Sloan still had the same abilities, but her mythic was a burst rifle. So, yeah, it's because they added Dr. Sloan in again that season after she betrayed us on the mothership. So, as you see, Dr. Sloan is about to get eliminated. She's like one shot, and there we go. We've eliminated Dr. Sloan. And then we had Dr. Sloan's burst rifle, which was just like Ocean's. 23 is the Caretaker. He's not really mythic boss, but I included him. Because he is kind of a boss. Anyway, the Caretaker, you would eliminate him. His loot was completely random. It had a bunch of loot in, but it was completely random. But he was good to eliminate when you were in a squad, because he had tons of different loot. Moving on to the Foundation, number 24 in Chapter 3. So he had the he could throw a rock at you. He had the Foundation's MK7 assault rifle too. 25, number 25 is Gunner. He had a bunch of different abilities. He had grenades. He could do tons of things. He could do a fist punch at you. And he had the key card and the Stinger SMG. Dr. Sloan again, because they added her in that season too. She had a striker burst rifle, which is like this green one that's shown on screen right now. It just did more damage. So Dr. Sloan was added back again. Okay, at number 27, we had the Herald. The Herald could summon wolves. She had the chromium burst rifle, I think. Yeah, it was a decent weapon, I would say. 28 is the Inquisitor. So the Inquisitor had a pumpkin launcher, fireflies, and one of my favourite mythics, the suppressed SMG. Number 29 is Willow. Willow only had her axe, but the loot she dropped was completely random, and there was also a bunch of jump scares by her house, so it was basically like her henchmen. As you see here, there's a bunch of them, of the zombies there, and then yeah, Willow was pretty easy to kill. All you had to do was get away from her, and she'd drop you random loot. Number 30 is Double Agent Chaos Agent. That's a hard one to say. He was located at Shattered Slabs in Chapter 4. So now he's already dead. But they also did add the cold-blooded suits, which were like the henchmen. So that's a good one there. Oh, there's another one over there. Let's get rid of this one. Oh. There we go. And he's gone. Alright. And they did drop some pretty good loot, to be fair. Those henchmen. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to see it's not even exotic. It's not mythic this time. It's exotic. He also did drop the vault key card for the vault, which was just located right over here. As you can see, the little vault located right there. Number 31 is Double Agent Hush. So Double Agent Hush was located at Faulty Splits in Season 1 of Chapter 4. So, she was probably a harder boss to kill, because the majority of people were landing there because there were less bosses in the seasons. But so as you see, already down. She did drop you the vault key card, as you see here, and the heisted blink mag SMG. Then the vault was just down here, as you see here. Number 32 was Cold Blooded Ace. She was located at Brutal Bastion. So as you see, she could throw grenades. She could throw grenades, and she had the exotic red-eye assault rifle, which was explosive. So it was like a, yeah, so the explosive red-eye assault rifle, and she also had a vault key card. And the vault was just located over here. Number 33 is the Ageless in Chapter 4, Season 1 at the Citadel. So, he had a shockwave hammer and also had a mythic Excalibur rifle. So, as you see here, there's not it's not mythic for some reason, the shockwave hammer. For some reason, for some part of the season, it glitched out and didn't give the player the mythic shockwave hammer for some reason, but he did have a mythic one at some point. Number 34 is the high cards. They were probably the main bosses of season 2. I don't think there were any other bosses in season 2 except these high cards. But as you see, pretty easy to kill. They didn't spawn in until like the second zone, I don't think. There was one at Mega City. Don't know where the other ones are. He dropped high cards, Havoc, suppressed assault rifle, and a vault key card. 35 is Relic from one of my least favourite seasons of Fortnite. I don't like that jungle. And that boss was basically the knockoff Foundation. He could throw wasps at you. He had wild wasp jars. He also did have the MK assault rifle, but it wasn't the normal MK assault rifle. He didn't have a vault key card. He had the cloak gauntlets, and he also did have the knockoff MK. Number 36 is the Heart Stealer. So, the Heart Stealer was in Sanguine Suites in Chapter 4, Season 4. And then we've got the Diamond Dealer, as you see here. And he had the a Havoc, I think. Yeah, Havoc. And a Vault Key card. Then we've got Kado Thorn, Human Kado Thorn. Then he had the Burst SMG, scoped, and the Vault Key card, which was just located over here. Then we've got Vampire Kado Thorn on the number 39. Vampire Kado Thorn, he was in Fortnite Mares, and he was, you know, and he had, for some reason, he had Midas's drum gun, and also the vampiric blade. I don't know why, but he did. But then henchmen would spawn after you killed him. At number 40 is Peter Griffin. He would drop you the mythic shotgun and mythic hammer pump, I think that was, and his medallion. 41 is Nisha. All these bosses could just emote, and then their shield would come straight back up. But Nisha's already down. You get Nisha's medallion and Nisha's striker AR, which is nice there. 42 is Valerie. But just say that. Actually, she did emote then to regen her health. So one, like, literally. Okay, and she had the, I think it's the SMG, and also her medallion. 43 is Montague. So, Montague was at Grand Glacier, and he could also emote. And all of these bosses had vaults, so they could you scan the player when you have the medallion, and it lets you that's how that works. Right. So Montague is about to die. And let's see what loot he has. Let's see what loot Montague has, and he has the medallion and also the Enforcer AR, which is really good there. Moving on to number 44, Oscar. He had the Frenzy Auto and also the Oscar Medallion, which is really good there. Okay, moving on to number 45 was Zeus. So Zeus had like 3 different forms, so you had to defeat him twice to be able to get his mythics. And to be honest, his mythics weren't even that good. He had the Thunderbolt, which was, I say good, but and then he had the Medallion, but he had the Huntress DMR, which is really horrible, one of the worst mythics ever. 46 is Ares. Ares was at Brawler's Battleground in Season 2. You had to activate the statue again. He had his Medallion and also his Assault Rifle, which was, I would say, kind of good. Number 47 is Hades. You had to activate the statue again. He actually had the health suck effect like Raz and the Kado Thorn boss. So as you see here, and he's eliminated there. So he had his SMG and also his medallion there. 48 is Cyberus. So Cyberus, he was at Grim Gate. He had a bunch of different abilities. He, like Wolverine, he could slash attack, like spin attack you with his claws. There we go. He just did it there. So I would say ranged fight would be best. He had a mythic gatekeeper shotgun on and the aspect of agility there. So that is good there. Number 49 is the Machinist. I think I've said that right. So the Machinist was at Redline Rig or in her car just driving around the map. She had the Machinist Medallion and also the Machinist's Assault Rifle. Number 50 is Megalodon. You could see him at Brutal Beachhead or just driving around the map randomly like the Machinist. He was the main boss of the season. He had he had 2 forms, so he would turn into like a nitro power person. He had the Megalodon Medallion, combat shotgun, mythic combat shotgun, and the mythic nitro fists, which were really good. Number 51 is the Ringmaster Scar. She throws like dynamite at you, and also had the boom bow thing. Ringmaster Scar's medallion and the boom bolt, I think it was called. 52 is Emma Frost. This is the boss we have now. So she can turn into a diamond form, and you have to know which place to shoot. It will glow red, so you know which place you have to shoot. It will show you the weak spots. So she actually has her burst rifle, and also she has her reveal medallion there, which is really good. Moving on to number 53, which is Mysterio. So Mysterio could duplicate, make himself into 3, like Dr. Sloan did, his cloning thing. He had the worst medallion and a scoped shotgun. A scoped shotgun. I don't like scoped shotguns. And number 54, the last one, is Doombot. He's located at Castle Doom. He has a Monarch pistol, is it called? I think. He has the Doctor Doom gauntlets, which can do a mystical bomb and shoot the normal things. And he also has his Siphon medallion there. So as you say, Doctor Doom's Monarch pistol, Doctor Doom's arcane gauntlets, and his Siphon medallion. So that is going to be it, basically, and that is going to be it for every single boss in Fortnite. So and I will see you in the next video.